Hi friends, it's Julia. I'm here to share my February 2020 Counterfeit Kit Challenge kit. This month's kit is inspired by the Trade Jolie kit from November 2019, which was based on the Prima collection Darcel. Now, I didn't have any of that in my collection, so what I did was went through a more older retro type kit from my stash, and I found this one from close to my heart called Simple Pleasures, and this is from 2009. Yes, I know, I hang on to stuff. I had two sets. I had the set that was partially complete. You just had to add some stickers and other things, and your collection, your pages were done. The other was a full set of paper and stickers, and you got to decide where everything went. The first set is a little more pre-planned for you, and don't ask me which stickers go with which collection. I don't know. The pages that were partially done include this one. You can see, even though it's got the paper from the line, these are made together. You can flip it over and it's a white back side, but the front side is printed. And this is a partially done page according to the old Close to My Heart standards. This is the next one. So you can see these can be used side by side. You could probably put it like that. You could put that in any direction you wanted and make it work. Next up, this, again, you can use these side by side. You can use these side by side. There's something there to pull them together. And then finally this one. And again, you can use these together. You can use these together or those together. You know, however you want to create your pages, they're set up for you. The hard work is done. You just need to figure out what your picture placement is. And if you go back online and you plug in Simple Pleasures, you can come up with tons of hits on Pinterest about what to do, I think, with these pages, as well as the plain pages. So I have these 4 pages left. I think it came with 6 of these pre-planned pages, and I think I used a couple of them. Included with that, there was a sheet of pattern paper, and I think a couple of sheets of pattern paper and a couple of sheets of cardstock to kind of go along, as well as some stickers. But like I said, I don't remember which direction which kit the stickers went with. Then this is just the plain paper collection that I have left, and I have used this a couple of times to create layouts. I have quite a bit of it left, but that's okay. You know, it's always okay to have leftover papers. And these are two-sided, even though there's a Close to My Heart branding piece on the back side of these. That can be easily covered or cut down. You know what I mean? So I have 3 sheets of this one with the words on it. For whatever reason back then I didn't care for it, but I like it now. And so I'm gonna hope to get some layouts created with this. Very distressed paper, and I'm okay with that when I'm doing some retro papers. And I think that's what I'm going to do with this kit, is pull out some retro photos and see what I can create with it. Now, you'll see here I have some pinks. Doesn't really match, you don't see any pinks here. But when you look at the sticker collection sheet, this one has pinks with it. Those are some blue borders. I don't know if they were on there, or I don't know. They're all cut apart, so yeah. I have lots of stickers left. That's the same there. Different border strips though. And then 2 sets of the alphabet tiles. I did not add any additional tile letters to this one, but I reserve the right to go back in and pull some in if I feel like I need them. So that's what I have with my original kit. Because I have these that have that touch of pink, peachy pink and red to it, I went through my stash and I pulled in some additional colors. I pulled in these reds, or yeah, they're all from my red color bin. So I have this one. It's almost a mauve-y type red. It's from a paper pad. Don't ask me where. Once those paper pads get torn apart and they get put into my color files for paper, I keep my paper sorted by collection until it's nearly gone, and then I will put it into paper pad or paper color organization. And so these were all from my red. So there's that one. I have this one. It's a very distressed. This is a Paper Studio. This one, again, distressed. And I don't know who the manufacturer of that one is. This one is Making Memories. I remember that from a paper pad. I love this one. And it's got that glittered already on the paper. And then I have this old My Mind's Eye Lost and Found. And it is from 2010. So great grid background. And then this one, and it also has some glittering on it. So all of those, because, let me spread those out a little bit so you can get a feel. I feel like these matched okay. Combined with the browns and the blues, I think these will work out okay. I don't know that these will be my central color theme, but they will be a good backup color to add in, a good extra color. Also, because it had the blue, I went through my stash of the blue and turquoise colors that I have, because that feels more turquoise than blue to me. So what I did was I went through and I found some papers. This one is probably the more green of the line, but when you look at it individually with this sheet, I think it works without having to add in any additional greens or yellows or anything. I think I can make this one work. I also pulled in a couple of sheets of cardstock in that twilight color there. I found a couple of sheets of basil. I don't have any idea. There's no branding on those, so I don't have any idea the color on those. And this is from a paper pad, you know, one of those, who knows where it came from. So you can see, I still think these colors match really well. These are lighter than the colors here. This is a little bit of a different, more greenish tint. But I think all in all, it works together. So that's where I started with my paper, which is what I always do. I find something in my collection that works, and I pull it forward, which is the Close to My Heart kit. And then I went in and found some additional random papers that I felt like worked. And so I have all of that, along with the stickers that came with it, which is a pretty good selection of things. When you think about it, I mean, I already have the alphabet tiles. I already have plenty of stickers to make into embellishments. I have border strips. I have a little bit of everything there. But you guys know me, and you know, this is not enough. I need more. So what I did was I went to my sticker drawer and I went sticker hunting. Now, all of the colors in these are not going to match, but I feel like I can get some use out of some of them. This is an old stickability set, and there's probably, I think I started off with 2 or 3 sheets in there, and I'm down to, I think, 1 or 2, and I've used the heck out of those over the years. These are a set of stickers from, who knows, but I bought them at Hobby Lobby years ago, and you can see I've used the heck out of these, but I'm going to keep going because that blue matches. And the cream color, I feel, pulls into this really well. This is a set, when I pulled a kit apart a couple of years ago, I had these. And I felt like that craft color and the red would pull into this okay. And I think they're clear. No, it says vellum accents, so it doesn't matter that this looks white. That's the carrier sheet underneath. I think these will blend in really well with this whole background. I found these. These are 7 gypsies, and I have multiple pieces that I have pulled in from 7 gypsies that I have had for years. So I have all of those that are 7 gypsies that I pulled in. Bits and pieces left over. Here I pulled for the browns. Here I pulled for the creams. Maybe some of those lighter blues will work. I don't know. Here, this has some of the peachy tones to it, and I think because this inspiration, especially if you look at this flower here, has some peachy tones, I think I may be able to get something to work. This one has the browns and the creams, and then the blues in this one. So I didn't necessarily read the words, I just pulled words. These are from my word sticker file. Again, I pulled these. These are old rub-ons from TPC Studios. Yeah, these are old. I don't know if these are going to work, but I'm going to give it a shot. Yeah, and they have little bits of pearl bling to go, flat back pearls to go with it. There's a carrier sheet with the flat back pearls to show you where they would go if you were putting them as embellishments. These old stickers, oh my gosh, how old are these? But it's got blues and browns, and I may try and get some of those used. These are leftover rub-ons from Making Memories. It has some of the red in there and a clock, and you know, who knows what I can get done. Another set of Making Memories. These went along hand in hand, but this has some of the blue, some of the red, it's got some of the cream, and it adds in a little touch of green, which is okay. And then I found these. These are the Paper Studio from 2007. I've had these for a long time, and I'm going to try and get some more used. So that's what I found in my sticker drawer. Well, that's great, right? But you guys know me. And in following me, if you followed me for any length of time, you know this is not enough. I need more. Yeah, I know, right? So what I did was I went into my color bins. I started off with my red color bin. And what I did, I just went through and I found random bits. These are all close to my heart stickers, but they have the cream, the brown, and the red. And I feel like I can get those to match up to some degree. Okay, I found this old piece that I made in 2004, and it's got hearts, little like divider squares, just embellishment squares, a photo mat, and a title that says Family Time. I created that a long time ago, so I want to see, and I've held on to it all this time because I really like it and want to get it used at some point. And so I think I may be able to pull this in with the browns and the reds and the creams and finally get that used. I found these old Jenny Bolin butterflies. I found some just random paper embellishments. I found some leftover bling. I added in this bling. There's leftover paper. And because these are white bordered, I'll cut those down. And so you'll just have the word with the background and not the white border. I pulled in all of this randomness here, all of these flowers, and there's some butterflies and some hearts and a couple of stars. And I just went through my scraps and I got my punch out, my new tab punch, and I just punched some tabs out of some red scraps. I feel like it might be a little bit brighter, but I still think it will fit in really well with the other stuff that I have added in. And I'll pull in my punches where I need to create more embellishments if I feel like I need to. Went through my red washi tape and I pulled in these, and because there was just that hint of peachy tone there, I went ahead and added this one in. So we'll see if I can get some of those used. I pulled in some red sequins and then some red paper clips. And then of course in my pink color bin, I pulled just a pink doily because why not? So yeah, I have all of this great stuff to play with this kit, and so I'm hoping to get some use out of it. I'm sure I'll get some great use out of all of it. Next, I went into my brown color bin, and I pulled in a ton of stuff to go along. Sorry, I had those over to the side. I pulled in some twine. This is like an old, I want to say I got this from the Target dollar spot, and maybe this one too, I don't remember. But you can see a lighter and a darker brown to match along. I pulled in a brown doily. I pulled in a title that says Brothers, and it has some of that turquoise blue down at the bottom mixed in and some green, but it went great, so I pulled it in. I pulled in some wood frame, wood veneers in light and dark. I pulled in some metal bits, some brads, and these are spare parts, and these may be spare parts too, I don't know, but they're both old. Went through and I pulled some frames, I pulled some title bits, different paper embellishments. Again, with the tab punch, I made some tabs in craft and brown. Pulled in some leftover bling. Pulled in some journaling pieces. pulled in these border strips. And these are close to my heart, and they're just craft colored, and I've used them multiple times over the years. This is a leftover bit of embellishments from a project that I completed, a canvas project that I completed. These are leftovers, and the colors match, so they got added in. I added in some washi tape. Here you can see just variable shades of brown, all different shades. And then lots of, oh, those went in the red color bin. Lots of pieces that I may have punched out, tickets, tags, another paper bit. I have tons of flowers in here. You can see I made this flower, I made this flower. I pulled in some buttons down here in the bottom. I have tons of little bits and pieces, and you can see this is something I had previously stamped, didn't use, so it went in. It's the same color scheme. These are from a little gift box that I received from a friend at a retreat that I went to, and they have kind of a pink and blue and maybe a little green flower piece there on the edge, but I felt like I could get them to work to some degree, so I'm going to give it a try. If they work, they work. If they don't, they don't. This is an old quick quotes piece from a project that I didn't use it on. I have some leatherette bits in here. I have some photo corners. I have tons of little embellishments down in here, and I'm going to try and get those used up, a lot of them used up in creating this month, or with this kit. I don't necessarily know that it will be this month, but I'm going to give it a go at getting it used up whenever I do scrapbook with it. So all of those get tucked in there. This will go into a big iris case. I just needed some place to hold it all as I was sorting through. Next, I went into my cream color bin, and in there I have these two bits of bling that are pearl backs, flatback pearl embellishments, and they're meant to be border strips, and I cut them and then use half on a project like here, you see there. That's what I do. I cut them in half and then use little bits and pieces. I found a couple doilies from Stampin' Up. I found some just off-white beige color crochet twine. And then I have, let's see, I put in a few tags. These are all blank. This one is an American Crafts and it has some stuff on it. I found these old Jenny Bolin butterflies. These are butterflies that I punched out of some leftover vellum. Book pages, champagne colored bling, more book pages, lots of journaling bits. I have some Tim Holtz bits in here. I have stuff that I have previously stamped and haven't used. I have photo corners. You can see I have tons of bits and pieces in here. More Tim Holtz, and you see buttons down in the bottom there. And I have variable sizes in here as far as stuff. There's bits that I stamped. That's something I printed and cut out. These are things that I have stamped. Some more of these photo corners, and they have a little finger that's pointing. I have larger journaling cards and embellishments. A bingo piece. That's a carrier sheet to an acetate that I think got left in my drawer. I even have some canvas tags in here. Yeah. So you see, again, went through my white scraps or my cream colored scraps and punched some tabs out. I have an old book about TV repair, and I had previously cut that out and I added it. Stickers, journal spots, tags. That's something that I stamped and fussy cut. You can see lots of just random little stuff down in the bottom there. So all of this will go into my kit to play with. I feel like I have tons and tons to work on pages with, and I love to have lots of lots of options. For me, I don't always, sometimes I will make page kits in that I will decide I want to use this photo with this paper, and I will put them together and put them in my iris box. And when it comes to the crop that I go to, or when I start to create with that kit, I will then pull those papers and photos out and whatever sketch I might have with it. And then I have the option of pulling whichever embellishments that I want to go with it. I'm not locked into adding just the embellishments that I have with the paper into that kit. The inspiration kit had some doilies, and so I went through my stash. You saw a couple in here, a couple of cream, a craft color, and a pink color. I found these 2 extra large gold doilies in my stash, and I thought, why not? I don't have much metallic colors in there, but I'll try and get those used somehow. And then these are just some additional little bits. I pulled in some blue twine, blue enamel dots, flatback pearls, some amber stones, mini bling. I pulled in some, they're more of a amber color gold, if you will, not quite bright gold, but a little bit more to the brown side of gold sequins. Lots of tab punches down there. And then I found these have been sitting up on my carousel for a long time. This middle one has some blue, but it also has some purple, so I don't know if I can use that. This has fishing themes and camping themes, and this has bears and trees and hills. So I don't know if I'll get these used, but I'm going to give it a shot because they've been up there for a long time. I don't even remember what company they came from, but I'm going to give them a shot. Let me show you the stamps I pulled out, and I pulled a whole random assortment. These from Close to My Heart, called Childhood Portrait. This set, again, close to my heart, You've Got Flair. This set from called Picture Perfect. All of these are close to my heart. This set called Honeycomb, and this set called Eclectic Edges. I also pulled in a few Christmas stamps because I'm going to try and make some things for Christmas on the 25th of every month. Maybe some tags, or maybe even a card or two. So I have this White Pines, this one called Festive Frills, this one called Heartfelt Christmas, and this one called Very Merry Christmas. So yeah, that's what I have as far as my kit. Anyway, guys, I'll let you know when I get this kit complete, and I'll share a layout share at that point. Anyway, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.